With Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter, will Twitter now support both Doge and Cardano? In this video, we're going to explore just that. As I get into it, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe? Tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you have not yet joined us in Discord, the link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out? Okay, guys, let's get right on into this. Actually, jump into some news and see what's been going on with Elon Musk buying Twitter and what that might mean for cryptocurrencies. So let's go ahead and bring this up, right? So we're going to start here. So Elon Musk buys Twitter as Doge falls 6%. Is a bull run in the cards? Now, this is interesting kind of data. So I want to kind of just reflect through some of this article. It's actually an old one. I'm going to start here, and then we're going to layer on some of the more recent news and kind of piece things together a little bit, okay? So according to on-chain data, Dogecoin has a circulating supply of 136,666,100 and... Sorry, have I got that wrong? It's not even... 136,667,126,383 tokens. That's a lot, right? Coins, tokens? I'm going to go with coins. But yeah, basically it's a huge circulating supply. Now, a lot of people have problems with things like XRP with a supply. People have problems with Cardano with a high supply, and a whole host of others that have reasonably high supplies. Dogecoin, for some reason, people seem to love it, right? And I think that's courtesy of Elon Musk and the things that he gets up to. But that is a really high supply. Just bear in mind, it takes a lot of money to move the needle a fraction with that kind of supply. So market strategists are closely monitoring Doge price together with Musk's tweets updates for volatility checks. So essentially, Elon Musk tweets something, or something that Elon Musk does, generally speaking, creates volatility within Dogecoin. So Dogecoin has pumped significantly compared to other digital assets in the past few days after Elon Musk, the Tesla CEO and SpaceX founder, proceeded to acquire Twitter. According to the latest crypto data, Dogecoin was trading up at 0.08, and we'll check out the price in a moment as well as we kind of get into this. This is a pretty decent kind of pump for Dogecoin, okay? And you can compare it to others which are just not up anywhere near the same kind of levels. Now, Dogecoin market outlook, the meme coin industry has significantly outperformed the traditional digital asset market, hence confirming Graham Laws. Graham Laws states that bad money drives out good money, okay? So according to some of these things, you know, an observation, if coins contain different metals, have the same legal tender value, the coins made up of cheaper metals will be used for payments. Okay, this is kind of a simple thing. So when we think about Dogecoin, it's kind of really geared up for payments because people want to get rid of it. They don't want to hold on to it for too long, specifically when it is inflationary like Dogecoin. So Dogecoin, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, all these kind of coins that have such high supply, people don't want to hold on to them for too long. So they want to use them for payments and they want to get rid of it. They want to kind of move that away. And it's the same concept in traditional metals, where the cheaper metals, if they had the same value as gold, they're going to use a cheaper metal to kind of use for payments, right? And hold on to the more precious stuff. And in kind of cases of blockchain technology is going to be that of Bitcoin, for example. So I found it interesting. And, you know, so Elon Musk bought Twitter, okay? And we've seen some volatility on the back of it. Let's move on. Okay, so following on from the acquisition of Twitter, the New York Stock Exchange delists Twitter shares. Okay, now essentially this is as a part of the deal. And the share price of basically bought the platform at a share price of $54.20 per share, and bringing the total deal to approximately $44 billion. Now, with this, the part of the deal is to basically take Twitter, that it was a public company, private. Okay, so people may or may not know that, but that is one of the things that's going on here. So it's not going to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange right now. Instead, Elon Musk is basically acquired it and made it private, or going to be making it private. I'm not sure if it's done yet. Probably is. And then, of course, from there, he then talks about maybe going public again in the future. which makes a lot of sense if it's all about the money, which apparently thinks where things seem to be going. So understanding all of this, it's going to be interesting for kind of, what is going on. So with this, taking Twitter public will offer Musk certain regulatory advantages and save him a few $1 million in fines. Musk was fined $40 million for joking about taking Tesla private. Being a public company invites heavy scrutiny from regulators, and Musk has had quite an infamous relationship with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. And we know kind of a lot of stuff that's been going on there, but interesting. So let's just see if we can pinpoint a few things in here. So Musk has also taken the company private as a part of the deal, resulting in delisting the company's stocks and taking it out of the hands of public shareholders. Almost 9 years after being listed on New York Stock Exchange, Twitter is no longer a public company, so it is done and dusted. So it's all looking pretty interesting from that point of view. Now, obviously, he will go public with it again. He'll probably make a whole bucket load of cash when he does so. So for right now, private company owned by Elon Musk and a few others. So let's move on, because this is interesting, but that's not really kind of the nuts and the bolts of what this video is about, right? So far, Elon Musk has bought Twitter. Okay, bought it for about $44 billion, and he's taking it from a public company to a private company. Okay, and obviously he's fired a lot of people. We're not going to go into that and all that kind of stuff. Let's talk about this. The meat of the video. Elon Musk confirms plans to monetize Twitter accounts. Will Dogecoin or Cardano ADA be the currency? Okay. So this is where things get interesting. At the same time, absolutely bullshit at the same time. Okay, so we have to understand that there's a few things going on here. And this particular article is all about the clicks. Okay, so this here is all about getting your attention, because is it Dogecoin? Is it Cardano? Is it going to be a currency that's going to be monetized in the platform? But actually, there's no meat to the bone here. Okay, so let's get into it, right? Will Elon Musk's plans to monetize Twitter accounts positively affect Dogecoin or Cardano tokens? Okay, and again, I would liken them to coins, not tokens. Okay, so Bloomberg reports that Elon Musk will urban Twitter users previously banned after becoming Twitter CEO. So let's take a look, right? The world's richest man, Elon Musk, has started to reveal his plans for Twitter after his takeover of the social media platform. Musk resumes as the social media platform CEO following the takeover deal's completion. First, Musk wants Twitter advertisers to inform and entertain with their ads. He doesn't want ads that would incite violence. And Musk wrote, "I believe that the right advertising can inform, delight, and entertain. It shows you a treatment, service, or product that you haven't seen before or know about, but which suits you." Now, there's a couple of things within that paragraph that actually caught my attention. So first of all, wanting to monetize people's accounts, for starters, just in the same way that you have with other platforms, right? Other social media platforms. So it kind of makes sense that that's the direction that they're going to go in. But there are some alarm bells that are ringing, just like other social platforms, right? So such as they need to be relevant to you, okay? If you want an advertiser to basically pay a company to advertise their product, they want to basically make sure that their product's being presented to the people who are most likely to purchase said product, right? Which means there has to be data on the individual users and their shopping behaviors and things like that. So I'll be watching out closely to see what kind of information trade-off you're going to have, right? There's a cost to using these platforms. They're not free in the sense of your data, okay? So your data has an intrinsic value to it, and what Elon Musk is saying here is he wants to sell your data to advertisers, and then those advertisers will have a better kind of richer data source where they can basically, shill their products to. Let's be honest with you, that's what it's talking about. Now, that's an alarm bell to me, because it just means it's the same reason that I don't want to use things like Facebook or Instagram, right? There's a reason that Chris does the social medias and not me. I don't like the idea of selling my data to someone just so that I can use their platform. Now, that doesn't necessarily work overly well, okay? And this is not for me. Now, obviously, kettle, black, pot, whatever, because we're on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I understand there's some irony in some of this as well. But just understand that this is generally the opposite direction of the way that cryptocurrency was kind of designed to go, right? You talk about Web3, you talk about actually you monetizing your own data and choosing whether you want to sell it, right? Rather than using something like Twitter and then they sell your data without you really being aware of that, right? And all you get to do is kind of have all these products presented to you that you may or may not like. So yeah, it's going to split opinions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But I did kind of ring a few alarm bells. Now we can move down and we can see some more information about monetizing Twitter here. So a popular Twitter influencer tweeted the new Twitter CEO should find the means to offer financial compensation for Twitter content creators. So basically, some of these really big Twitter influencers are like, well, how do we get a slice of the pie? In the same way that you have with YouTube or that you have with other kind of media platforms. Essentially, how does the creator of content on the platform get their commission on these ads, right? If you're going to be presented ads, what's the incentive for them to create the content? And it goes a little bit further than that. The Twitter influencer said that of a social media is what other social media platforms are doing. And then Musk basically commented with the word absolutely. So yes, also Twitter should find a way to compensate monetize partners / monetize partner with its top creators. Okay, so it wants to partner with the top creators like every other social media app. A small percentage creates all of the high engaging content and keeps the site active. So this is obviously from the actual individual, right? So this is from the influencer. They're basically saying that it's a small percentage of creators that create the high engaging content, and therefore they should be paid a percentage from advertisers. So it's interesting. So it's all about monetization. You bought a company for $44 billion. You talk about freeing Twitter, and you talk about all these things, but actually in the background, you've gone private with the company that was previously public. You're wanting to basically sell people's data to advertisers and basically, make money, right? Makes sense. It's a business at the end of the day. I get it. And of course, you've got a small minority of really big influencers on there that are looking to try to monetize their audiences and try to shill more products to their following. Okay, fine. Where does Dogecoin and Cardano come into it? Twitter monetization and implementation, or implications, I should say, for Dogecoin. Okay, so monetizing Twitter creator contents means that they earn some financial compensation each time the platform sells an advertisement product through their content. However, the platform will pay creators with fiat and other currencies it supports. Now, we know that Elon Musk wants to be really pro Dogecoin, and that's where the speculation begins. So people are talking about other supported platforms here, payment platforms or payment methods, other than just your basic fiat. When Twitter is rewarding its creators, cryptos will most likely be one of its supported payment methods. And what they talk about here is to pay the content creators in Dogecoin, which again is going to be something that those content creators are going to want to get rid of ASAP, because again, Dogecoin is inflationary. Supply's only ever going up. So they want to kind of make sure that they use that for payments. They want to get rid of that as much as they can. They don't want to be holding onto it for too long. So you can increase liquidity. Now, with increased liquidity doesn't necessarily mean price discovery. We have to understand that. It just means that there's a lot more buying and selling occurring. Probably a lot more on the selling side than the buying side, unless there's a good incentive as to why to buy Dogecoin. Otherwise, this could be pretty bad just with selling pressure. Now, obviously, Elon Musk has a bit of a history with Dogecoin, pumping its price to 73 cents in 2021. We know all of that. Adding Dogecoin as a payment method for content creators will significantly boost the leading meme coin. Twitter had previously added a Bitcoin and Ethereum tipping feature as well. Okay, so after completing his Twitter takeover deal, Musk promptly fired 3 top-level executives of the platform, including the CEO. However, these fired executives received huge compensations as severance packages. So, they're doing all right. I think there's a golden parachute was what one article was saying. Now, in here is absolutely no mention of Cardano. So, why on earth was it in the title here? And I'll tell you exactly why it was in the title here. Cardano is a term that's been trending recently, and therefore it gets a lot of put out there in the words, the terminology Cardano ADA. They're thrown out into things that actually have no relevance to it whatsoever. So this was potentially what we're traditionally known as clickbait, where you put something into your title where actually it has absolutely no bearing on the actual content in itself. So I found that really interesting. Earlier, the article was actually about Dogecoin, but they've added this in here to help it rank and get searched, from a news article point of view on Google, for example. So it looks like Crypto Newsflash is playing the SEO game when it comes to that. There is absolutely no mention in here of Cardano being used, but it would be good to see Elon Musk actually turn to a more serious project rather than that of Dogecoin. That being said, he kind of is ruining a lot of people's lives with the Dogecoin stuff, so maybe he will see light at the end of the tunnel at some point in the future, or maybe he's willing to actually invest a lot of money into Dogecoin to the point where he can actually turn it around, take it away from the 2-hour created shitcoin that was designed as a joke, and actually turn it into a platform for serious crypto investors, or can be taken seriously. As it stands at the moment, a lot of people have lost a lot of money over Dogecoin. It is not really suitable for speculative investment outside of Elon Musk, right? So Elon Musk's tweets are pretty much the only real thing that keeps Dogecoin alive. And buying Twitter here, you've seen a pretty big surge to the upside. With that being said, though, let's take a look at this. Dogecoin price rallies 150% in 4 days. But Dogecoin now most overbought since April of 2021. Okay, so pretty significant. Elon Musk boosted Dogecoin price again, and we're going to take a look at all those kind of things. And, we're going to take a look at where it sits in its underlying data. But right now, it isn't actually looking overly promising. So let's go ahead and actually jump into the price action for Dogecoin. So here you go, right? We have this huge significant surge to the upside. And all of this is Elon Musk buying Twitter, essentially, right? And people speculating that Dogecoin is going to be the coin that is going to drive out that fantastic payments platform on Twitter, right? Now, if we reflect on kind of where things have gone, we moved up 29,000% during the lows of 2020 through to the peaks of May 2021. Now, I do want to stress that this is a lot more percentage gains than that of Ethereum, that of Bitcoin, that of Cardano, Algorand, Polkadot. Significantly outperformed those, but it did not outperform other really solid projects with really good technology. Okay, good, fantastic teams, and I can name a few of these. We have something like Harmony One. We have VeChain, and one that knocked those out of the park completely comes in as Polygon's Matic, or even Chili's. They did incredibly well, significantly outperformed that of Dogecoin, okay? But Dogecoin did outperform a lot of the other cryptocurrencies that are in those top 10 positions. Okay, so we have to take it seriously to a degree, but we can't take it too seriously because it is driven from one man and his Twitter account, okay, who now actually owns Twitter. So we have to reflect on, is Elon Musk going to continue to support Dogecoin, or is he going to take Dogecoin and actually turn it into something useful rather than what it is at the moment? So there's a lot of risks associated with this. Okay, now we do want to reflect on several things. Here we have 3 waves going on up. Here we have 3 waves coming on down. And here you have what looks like beginning of a really impulsive structure. 1, 2, 3, looking for 4, looking for 5, right? Something to this. It'd be 3, 3, 5 corrective structures. Now, as the article was indicating with Dogecoin, we are, of course, up in this overbought area. Okay, so we want to be a little bit aware that things are not going to be up here for too long before they do collapse on down. Okay, the weekly is actually in an okay spot, and so is the monthly, but the daily needs a correction. The 8-hour chart needs to come on down. The 4-hourly chart is already coming down after topping up a little bit, but still has a lot of room to go down. The 1-hour chart is looking for a little bit of growth here. Again, probably going to move up a little bit. Wouldn't expect too much. Let's go ahead. And with the liquidity of this, we can see it actually working reasonably well with Elliott Wave theory here. But again, Elon Musk unfortunately ruins it a little bit. So you can see a little bit of growth in this, but nothing too much, in my opinion. So we want to be a little bit aware that Dogecoin is definitely going to be a high risk play. It's definitely overbought in the macro level and does want to see some decent kind of pullback. So profits will be taken pretty well, I do think. Now, if we take a look at where we are, we can see that there's actually a lot of areas down here, a lot of resistance in this range as well. So we're definitely coming up against resistance. We're up in the overbought areas as well. Now, if Cardano's also had a really good run as well to the upside, but again, we're not looking overly too positive. Slightly longer term, when we zoom out, we can really take stock of everything that's going on right now. You know, these things, these kind of movements to the upside, they happen, but they're not overly brilliant. Now, obviously, I did talk about Cardano this morning on another video, so I'll leave that one there. But hopefully this video gives you an idea as to the ins and the outs of what's going on with the Twitter acquisition, going from public to private, what that might mean for payment processing, monetization of your data on Twitter, and top influencers trying to get a slice of that pie as well at an expense of their audiences. And obviously following that through to the price action of Dogecoin. You know, every time he tweets, we're going to see some kind of positivity, but I'm not going to get involved myself. I think it's too high risk personally. Guys, I'm going to leave this video right there. If you found it useful and informative, hit the like button. I do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.